Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now, Mr. Viral from Viral Way Podcast addressed this fallout with Trell from back on Figg, so let's get straight into it. Now, Mr. Viral's from Insane Crip and Trell's from Five Dudes Hoover Crip. And if you're from Los Angeles, then you already know that the Hoovers and the Insane Crips formed an alliance, even pushing the Hussein movement. Now, if you look back on one of Trell's Back on Figg episodes, you seen DW Flames as well as Mr. Viral and the Insane Crips on that platform, and they were all chopping it up, having a good old time. But one thing about time, things change, and I guess they had a fallout, and Mr. Viral himself explained the reason why. Now, Mr. Viral said, if you follow my channel, then you know I did a segment on Dochi, and he said Trell did a reaction to that video, and he doesn't know what was running through his mind, but he basically tried to say that I don't like people that are LGBTQ or even want to be around them. And he said the reason why he didn't like what Trell said was, for one, he ain't got no issues with people from that community, so he basically lied on my name. Then you try to bring problems between us and that community, and we don't even have no issues with them. Now, Mr. Viral said when he came to No Jumper, it wasn't because of Trell, it was because of Brick Baby. They were supposed to go up there, chop it up, and then their beef. But unfortunately, Brick Baby already got swept by the feds. Now, Mr. Viral said one thing about him is he don't care if two people are beefing, especially if it's fake internet beef, and one of those people is supposed to be his homie. If that other person that he's arguing with is offering me a bag to go on this platform and basically talk my ish, I'm gonna do that, cause ain't nobody gonna separate me from money to provide for my kids. Now, Mr. Viral said, let's be honest, the only reason people know Trell is because of No Jumper. And he said, isn't it ironic how Trell left No Jumper and now he's talking bad about the person that put him on? And he said, besides Tyga, who else would have ever knew Trell had he not been on No Jumper? Now, Mr. Viral said whether Trell likes it or not, Adam 22 is basically the one that gave birth to Back on Figg. Because had Trell not been on No Jumper, he wouldn't have any followers or subscribers to go to that channel. Now, Mr. Viral said, unlike Trell, we had to build our channel from the ground up, and we had to figure things out on our own because nobody was there to help us. But he said Trell not only was on a big ass platform like No Jumper, but he also had Tyga with him. Now, Mr. Viral said, let me tell you how emotional Trell is. He left No Jumper 3 years ago and he still got Adam's name in his mouth. And he said if you look at Trell's channel, all he does is talk about Adam 22 and No Jumper. Now, Mr. Viral said, unlike Trell, on our platform we talk about many things. But he said Trell, on the other hand, is obsessed with Adam 22. And he said if Adam 22 decide to call it quits today, what would your videos be about? Now, Mr. Viral said the reason why he calls Trell zesty is because any real ninja that got beef with somebody is not gonna let his girl get involved in it, but he somehow always lets Heather get her 2 cents in to speak bad about the people he beef with. Now, Mr. Viral said as far as Smack go, he need to cut it out because he's just basically the person that everybody feels bad for because he's the slow kid. And Mr. Viral said, let me tell you how slow Smack is. If a lady get birth right now to a newborn baby, that baby and Smack's gonna have the same IQ. Now, Mr. Viral said the only thing Smack's good for is making himself look stupid online and playing with his nose. And he said even though Smack's brain's the size of a peanut, if it weren't for Smack, there'd be no Back on Figg either. Now, Mr. Viral said it's funny how Trell be trying to put all of these allegations on Adam 22 when he's acting the same way he did when he first met you as he is now. And he said he finds it funny how when you was working at No Jumper, you didn't have any problems with the way Adam 22 was acting, but then as soon as he let you go, now all of a sudden he's a weirdo. Now, Mr. Viral said Trell in the Back on Figg platform's dying, and at his last chance at hope, he's trying to beef it with Adam 22, hoping that they go back and forth so he can revive his channel again. Now, Mr. Viral said the problem that Trell has is he doesn't realize that Adam 22 is the reason he's known. He thinks he did it on his own. And he said even when they left No Jumper, if you look at Trell's face, he looked like he was about to cry. Now, Mr. Viral had a lot to say about Trell, Heather, as well as Smack. And now that you guys heard it, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Paperboy News stand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Gone.